Welcome back. I downgraded StreamYard since I built the new studio, and now I lost all the. I can't play my intro video now. It's I lost all the cool features because I don't pay for it anymore. But
shit.
We're here. It's all good. It's all good. But we're back for another episode of Burning Daylight Sports, and particularly I'm gonna call this BD Baseball. Me and Jake decided we're gonna do this thing kind of full time. We're both baseball nerds, and we both unemployed with not a lot going on. Well, I got a lot going on, but not enough that I can't do a show with my buddy to talk ball every day. And I think it'd be cool. But we were talking before we got on the air here about how hard it is to watch your regional home team in baseball. And essentially baseball did the teams a solid way back in the day, and it completely hosed all of the TV and radio. Radio's not as big of a deal, I think, but the TV is it's incomprehensible at times.
Yeah, so I was just saying, like here in Detroit, Comcast doesn't carry the Tigers.
Yeah,
which is outrageous. I think it's been that way for like 3 years or something like that. And they still haven't negotiated.
Yeah, and so explain what you were saying on kind of why your understanding of how it is.
I think like each team is allowed to negotiate their TV contracts themselves. It's not like through the MLB as a whole organization, and so that means that it makes it really difficult sometimes, especially since like if you're blacked out and you have to pick like a specific cable carrier to watch your home team. Luckily, as of this year, there's now you could buy a streaming only package. That covers like I think the Tigers and the Red Wings.
Oh, okay. For through Comcast.
No, it's like
through that.
I think it's through MLB actually.
Oh, okay.
I'm not actually sure. I haven't done it because I still have cable, but before, so we used to have FanDuel, now Bet365. But so there was a FanDuel one that came out last year, maybe, I think. That was actually a little bit better because I think it was the same price, but you got the Pistons as well.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. I keep trying to get rid of cable, and there's just like there's too many random games that I can't watch.
It's only sports is the only thing that keeps like traditional TV going the way it is.
Yeah, I mean that's all. Yeah, that's it. And like I don't know, especially basketball now, there's like 4 different places that you could you might watch a game. 5, I guess, if you count like your local station. So it's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And it's frustrating because I like basketball, and so I'm keeping it for the playoffs. Keeping cable for the playoffs. But then I don't know. I mean, that kind of carries me halfway through the baseball season. So
it's so crazy, and the MLB TV package is elite. Like the way they have it set up is better than any of the other sports packages. Like if you could just truly pick your game, and you buy the package and then just watch whatever game you wanted to watch at any time, which is it's almost like that. There's blackouts, or at least for me. It depends on where you're at, but like you said, you can't watch it on MLB without having some sort of other subscription behind it. And luckily, I think I still pay for the A's package, and that's like $20 a month on top of the $150 a year. But the $150 a year is a fantastic deal. But it's all the other caveats, which I know that MLB itself is trying its best to get around, but they, like I said, they shot themselves in the foot years ago. But it's always been like, even when radio came around, they tried to get radio outlawed until they found out they're like, oh, this grows the sport, which is, I think that's MLB is clearly trying to do that over the past several years. Like they've made a very concerted push to insert baseball back into the conversation. And they've done a good job of it, but there's still all these other underlying bullshit that gets in the way.
Yeah, I mean, if they get rid of the blackout, I think there's like a huge fan base that they could.
Oh yeah,
they could get. Especially, I mean, MLB's doing everything they can to get younger viewers, and generally younger people. I mean, I should say like that young. We're kind of old now, but like kind of our generation and below, or
we're on the
don't necessarily have cable.
We're at the very youngest rung of old people, though.
Yeah.
We're new old.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I think the only people I know that keep cable is because they very specifically want it for sports.
Exactly. That's same way here. Like, I don't know anybody that like has cable for the shows. Like, I don't even know what shows that you would watch anymore. Like, they're not making shows anymore, it seems like.
And everything's streaming anyways.
Yeah. And like MLB was well ahead of the package, or ahead of the curve when it came to sports on their streaming stuff. Because I remember when I moved out here, that was 2017 when we moved out here, and I had the Rockies, and then I had the MLB TV just so I could watch the Rockies, and they went so bad that I eventually stopped watching baseball because of that, because I was like, I'm not paying to watch the Rockies suck, and so I just didn't watch baseball until my kids got into it, and then and now to start off this kind of inaugural episode of our now like kind of daily rundown, it's a good day to be a BD Sports baseball fan, because the A's won, top of the AL West. The Rockies swept the Mets, looking like a not terrible team, like actually kind of good at like Mickey Moniak and Hunter Goodman are leading the way, but Chase Dolander was on the bump today, and he went 7 scoreless, struck out 7, only walked 2, gave up 5 hits, but pitched a great game, and what didn't have his full arsenal either.
Yeah, I mean, I've actually watched the Rockies games this year.
Yeah,
so that's saying something.
Like, and it's enough so that like even my kids are asking about, like my kids and my niece are asking about the Rockies, and I'm like, hey, I'm off of them. They're clearly not going to break the all-time loss record this year, and they're actually, like I said, kind of good. They're 3 games under 500, so it's a losing record, but compared to where that was the last couple of years, like they're not out of, like, it's very early, but it's not out of the question that they could be in the wild card hunt, if they keep progressing like this. But I mean, that's way outside chance. But last year they were at a 0% chance of making the playoffs by like week 2. So
yeah, I mean, just even talking about it is a good sign.
It's a step up. It's a step up of not just embrace or just rehashing the suck that is the Rockies. Like now it's like, are they actually trying? It seems like they're trying. And now there's like, and take it with a grain of salt, because the Mets are a dumpster fire that got pushed off a skyscraper and it's still in free fall while ablaze. But either way, that's the Rockies are the team that a team like the Mets are supposed to beat to get back on track, and we swept them and swept a doubleheader too. The Mets only scored 1 run at 18 innings today. So, I mean,
oh wow,
yeah. So like, okay, come on, Rockies. I don't care if it's the Mets, because that was you guys last year. and you went out and swept them. So I'm like, all right. And that's so my two teams have both swept the Mets in the course of a week, and that's pretty cool.
Man, yeah, it's rough. It's got to be rough being a Mets fan right now. I mean,
it's got to. Frank the Tank is in a bad way. Frank the Tank from Barstool is in a bad way right now. But and then the Tigers won today. They're climbing the ladder in the Central, still looking like the team to beat in the Central. If you look at roster construction and everything, a little bit of a slow start, but like I said, climbing that ladder, and the Central is very wide open.
Yeah, they're a game back on the Guardians right now. Before today's games, I forget how the Guardians did, but
let's see. We'll run down the scores for today. So we got Red Sox over the Orioles. The Red Sox have been they've kind of righted the ship against the Orioles this series. But I think Phillies are also in free fall. They kind of get overshadowed by how shitty the Mets have been, but the Phillies have been shitty here lately too. Nola got lit up. Say 3 years ago, this would have been one of the matchups of the season with Sale versus Nola.
It should be.
And yeah, Nola's he sucked last year, and hasn't been great to start this year. But he's not alone because the Phillies just haven't been good. But Cleveland lost to the Blue Jays. Blue Jays are they're coming back, but they started slow. And then Tigers are above 500. I guess I didn't realize that, so that's good. Yeah, they're really coming on. I'm glad to see that. Is Verlander, is he on the IL again?
Yeah, he is. He's only pitched one game.
Okay. All right. So then Pirates are on a tear. Brewers are back around 500. So that the NL Central could be interesting. Astros, Yankees, gross. But the Yankees look legit. But I still, it seems like a very unstable foundation. Like they got some big time sluggers, but I just don't buy the Yankees. They're essentially running it back from last year. But I don't know.
That was a good team. I mean, that was a good team last year.
It was. I'm not saying they're not good. They probably win the East. I don't know. I don't know on that. But early season looks, yeah, I would say the Yankees probably still are the dominant team in the East. But I don't.
I mean, I think I don't know. I think that's still open.
I think it is too, because the
Jays started out really
and
slow.
they reloaded hard this off season. They got, they let Bo Bichette go, but they really went out and bolstered that lineup and the rotation. Cease has been looking like a madman here this season, so like that was a good signing for him if it holds out. But and the Rays, you never count them out. The Red Sox fired all their coaches just the other day. So I think it was like Cora and was it 5 others or 5 total? I don't remember for sure.
Oh, really? I didn't know. I just heard Cora. I didn't realize.
Yeah,
they kicked everyone out.
Yeah, let me find that. Okay, here we go.
Absolutely. I mean, we hired Craig to be our chief baseball officer. He runs the baseball operation. We are a front office led baseball operation. And our job is to support the entire group the best we possibly can. And that's what we did in this instance. Listen, when you underperform, there's always concern about blowback. Our job is to do the best we possibly can to block out the noise and make the right decisions for the franchise. But we are well aware the passion in Red Sox Nation is unlike anywhere else and goes with the territory. Is what we sign up for.
Okay, so the Red Sox like smoked the Orioles in the final game of that series, and then they fired Cora, hitting coach Pete Fatz, third base coach Kyle Hudson, bench coach Ramon Vasquez, assistant hitting coach Dylan Lawson, and Major League hitting strategy coach Joe Cronin. Game planning and run prevention coach Jason Veritek has been reassigned to a new role. So they didn't want to piss off Boston completely and get rid of Veritek altogether, I guess. But that is a proper house cleaning, though.
Yeah, they've had a rough 18 months.
Yeah, they did. How do you think they stick with Breslow there? It seems like he's not very well liked, and I mean they made the playoffs last year, but it was hard to say it was a successful year for the Red Sox, you know.
No, especially losing
Bregman. They forced Devers out of town to make way for Bregman, and then Bregman signed with the Cubs. So it's
that's it. Yeah. You lose 2 top 5 third basemen in 3 months.
And they've been like trying to get rid of Duran too, and all he's done is just been pretty good, really. Like I wouldn't say he's been outstanding. He has had flashes where he has been, but overall he's been pretty good. And they seem to trying to get him out of there. It seems like.
Yeah, I don't really understand that one.
I don't either. All right, so Rays beat the Twins. Twins are back now under 500. We called that correctly. That wasn't going to last.
Yeah.
But the Rays are at 16-11. That could hold. They do wild shit. The Rays are the most hateable, competent team in the league. the way they're so cheap and actively cheap. Like they're not even trying to disguise it, but they're still very competent.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say they're hateable. They're just kind of a little boring.
They're a little. I bet their management is like the way the team them. I always kind of like the Rays, but their management is so frustrating with how cheap they are. Because with that level of competence, if you guys would spend a little bit of money, you could have a real powerhouse franchise.
Yeah, I mean the problem is with some of those small market teams, it's just if they spend more money, they won't make more money.
That's true. They can't spend the money because they don't have the. And it's always if you spend more money and you put together a good team, then you draw the fans. But Florida just doesn't do that. Those Florida teams can't draw fans. I don't understand why.
Well, I mean, even when they're really good,
right
10, 15 years ago,
yeah,
they couldn't fill a stadium for a playoff game. I mean, come on.
Well, and the Marlins are the same way. They won 2 World Series championships, and every time their stadium was empty, and they're essentially just American Cuba. I don't understand it.
Yeah, that's a weird one. I mean, you'd think that Miami,
of all places in the U.S., you'd think Miami is for sure a baseball town. You're 90 miles from Cuba. You've got all the Dominican people there as well. You got the Dominican community, you got the Venezuelan community, you've got the Cuban community. Plus, you just have good old American baseball
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Florida's one of the best like high school baseball states.
Yeah,
they got a couple of very good colleges there. Few, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it just seems like, well, Florida in general, like the Gators are always good in baseball. Florida State's always good. I don't know Miami's. I never hear much about Miami in University of Miami in baseball, but just the composition of the city of Miami with all the like the Latin American influence in there. And there's no bigger sport outside of soccer in Latin America than baseball. So it seems like it's like the perfect scenario to build just a rabid baseball fan base there, but it just doesn't happen.
Yeah. I mean, you talk about that. Like, that's kind of like Denver when the Rockies were first there.
And then
get some good Latin players and
the
city really, really backed them.
It was crazy once when they showed they could win, like Rockies fans came out of everywhere, out of the woodworks. Like we were there in 2007. Like it was and it wasn't just bandwagon fans. It was like people like were hungry for a good baseball team in Denver. White Sox Nationals, the White Sox are fun. I saw them up close, and we saw the Murakami bomb over the batter's eye. That dude, I was going through his baseball savant page with my son earlier today, and he's tied with Yordan Alvarez with 11 home runs.
But like 8 of those came in the last 10 games.
Yeah, and his only other hits have been singles, and he's got 13 singles and 11 home runs. He strikes out at like a 29% clip.
Japanese Adam Dunn, man.
Yeah, but his on base percentage is like 4 something. Like it's like a 431 on base percentage, and his OPS is now over 1,000. So you're like, I mean.
Well, he's brought his average up from in the last 12 days.
Yeah, he's back up to like a 240 average. So like that's not good, but for a power hitter like that, that's like Schwarber numbers.
Well, I mean, these days 240 with power is it's pretty good.
Right. So he looks like he's gonna fit right in. And the White Sox are fun to watch. Like they're not going to be good. They're kind of like the Rockies. I think that's. But I think there's an outside chance that neither one of them will be worst in the league this year in their respective league. I don't know who beats them for that, but I think the way they're playing now, it's both the Mets and the Phillies are worse than the Rockies, and I think the White Sox are still last in the American League, but not by much.
I mean, I think they're only a game back from the Twins now.
They're half game up on the Astros. So looking at it right there, Astros are 11-18 and Sox are 11-17. So they're half game back of the Twins. The Twins might be the shittiest team in the AL this year. I don't think the Astros continue their suckage like that, but
they always seem to come around.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Exactly. I know. The Nationals, James Woods still awesome. CJ Abrams is good, but there's not much going on with them. Mariners have been kind of trying to right the ship, but they've really slow start for them. I saw that Naylor's they just put Naylor on the IL. Cardinals have been pretty good. The National League Central is a fun little division right now too.
Cardinal.
kind of like classic in both of the Central divisions that just shaping up how they always do. You know, it's just kind of it's kind of a free for all.
Yeah, saw them a week ago. Yeah, JJ Weatherholt made like a just amazing diving stab at a ball that I don't know how he got to it, and I don't know how he threw it back to first.
Is that the one where he was like on his ass?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wild. It's crazy. I was watching the Cardinals the other day, and I was like, I don't know any of these fucking guys. I don't know who they are, and but they're playing pretty good ball, and I don't know. I've always kind of got a soft spot for the Cardinals just because of Pujols. I enjoyed watching Pujols during his whole stint, so I like to see I kind of like the Cardinals fan base too. So I like to see them doing well.
Yeah, I'm pretty neutral on them, and I'm glad to see Jordan Walker actually hitting.
Yeah, I was watching that too, and he was one of the few that I knew on the Cardinals was Jordan Walker, and he was doing really well. But the Mariners, they'll bounce back. They'll be in title, division title contention. But I think the West is going to be a fun division this year.
It's going to be a slugfest.
Yeah, but the A's are right now sole possession of the AL West, picking up 2 out of 3 against the Rangers. We're now leading that series for the year. We split with them on a 4-game set at home, took 2 out of 3, and now I think we're headed back. Yeah, we got the Reds coming to town, maybe we go to the Reds. I can't remember. Then the Padres D-backs down in Mexico City. Padres were winning that one. I looked in. Man, the D-backs are a fun team too. If you weren't lucky enough to follow the Reno Aces like I have, you probably don't know a lot of the guys on the D-backs, but there's good chunk of guys that I've been watching here in Reno that are now making an impact at the big league level, and that's always fun to see. We got Kansas City coming to town.
So I was gonna bet the Padres Diamondbacks take the over on it because the Mexico City series always I mean they're at like 7,000 feet.
Yeah, so it's like it's like put Coors Field on stilts and then you'll get Mexico City.
But I didn't bet it because the over under is at 15.
Oh shit!
But they scored 19, so
yeah,
I should have taken it.
Yeah. Marlins started off hot, come back down to earth. They're probably going to be right in that 500, couple games under 500 mark for a while. I hope they don't fall completely off like they normally do. They seem like they've got a kind of a fun little roster that'll probably get sold all at the deadline.
I mean, they didn't trade
Alcantara.
Last year. They got some young guys with team control. I hope they do something with it.
I do too. Like they're like when the Marlins are good, they're pretty fun to watch. And like I said, I don't understand why they can't draw a crowd, but the Angels choked it away. They were up like 7-3, and then they had a rain delay, and Royals came back, beat them 11-9 in the 10th.
Still just killing it. He got beat up a little bit yesterday, but
Soriano's a stud. That's another one just kind of being in the division. Every time, because he carved us up last year. Like we struggled against the Angels, and particularly against Soriano. He was just filthy, and he's continuing that trend again. So the Angels have they're under 500 again, but they started hot. Trout's been having a good start. Soriano's playing, just pitching out of his mind, and then Joe Adele also having a great start to the season. So, I mean, I like to see it for the Angels too. They're another one of those organizations that seems to never know what the fuck they're doing. But I don't know. It's kind of cool to see them relevant, I guess. I wouldn't say they've been competitive so far. We'll see how that lasts. But Cubbies got blanked by the Dodgers. Dodgers looking like they're the real deal again.
So for a hot second, Padres were in first in the division.
I saw that, and then
back today.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a good race all year if the Padres can stay healthy. And as much as I hate the Dodgers, I do like to see good baseball, and the Dodgers play fucking good baseball. So it is what it is,
Well, and Dodgers Padres series are always fun to watch.
It's fantastic. That has been a great rivalry to watch. To really blossom into just like a heated rivalry. So that is fun to watch, and I'm always rooting Padres, but I always tune into those games. It's a lot of fun. And the Mets are just hot garbage right now. I don't know what there is. As Soto's on the IL.
I think he's back.
Is he back? Okay. But even when he wasn't, like they're just hapless. I don't know what their deal is. But
I don't know. But I mean, getting Soto back should definitely help.
It'll help.
They probably need more than just him to figure this out, though.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, they lost 3-1 in the first set of the doubleheader, and 3-0 on the just absolute shove by Dolander. 105 pitches, seven shutout, 5 hits, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks. Excellent performance by Dolander. It's a good slate of baseball today, really.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go back to. I was just gonna say something about the Mariners Cardinals game.
Okay.
So that one, Seattle went up top of the 9th on a home run, but so umpire called strike 3 on him. I mean, it looked like it was about that far, but it had been like 8 inches outside. Looked like it was in the other batter's box, pretty much. Called it a strike. Review immediately overturned. Next pitch, home run.
Here we go.
Can you zoom in a little bit?
Outside, but it's hard to tap your head when you've just come off the bench.
Oh, he's been living away, and now is he getting off in time?
That was way off the plate.
Batter's challenging strike.
Oh yeah, that's definitely on the other batter box line.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at
that's where he's been living.
Calls overturn. Seattle has 2.
Man, that's egregious. Even on a sweeper, that's egregious.
Yeah, and especially
about as big of a miss.
Pivotal point in the game.
Yeah. On an 0-2, also, like, come on.
Call as we've seen all year.
It's true.
Here comes a 3-2.
Yahtzee.
High left deep. Out to left field. It is gone. Rob Refsnyder. A pinch hit, go ahead home run to take the lead in the 9th inning. And what a huge blast from Refsnyder.
Dang. What a big difference the ABS has made already.
Yeah, and I've probably already been to like 8 games this year. Man, it doesn't. Like
doesn't slow it down at all.
I can barely even tell that it happens.
No,
you know?
the only
it is fun. Well, I take that back. You definitely know when it happens. It just is very quick.
Yeah,
but it's so much fun.
It immediately adds another element for the fans too, because like I've been telling you guys this for a couple of years now at the AAA level. Is like I'm a baseball purist. I'm an old head baseball purist where I don't like the change. Like I thought I would hate the pitch clock. I watched it in person. I was like, I don't mind it. But then the ABS stuff, I was like, oh, this is awesome. This is awesome because like when the opposing team loses a challenge, you get a chance to go nuts and talk shit. When your guy wins, you get to talk shit to the ump. It's like, I don't know, I love it. I think it's fantastic.
Oh, definitely. I mean, yeah, the cheers for in stadium for if the home team wins the challenge is as at least as big as like just a hit.
Oh yeah, I was so I was looking at it for the betting app the other day because I was like, that should be something that I bake into like my model. Is I was like, maybe not just yet, but it's something to keep an eye on. And so I was looking at it today, and the ABS stuff is pretty interesting. And by and large, so as of this morning, it was like 54% overturn rate. So still hovering around that 50-50 mark, but 4 points overs, like that's starting to get to where like the players are much more like starting to get. And I think it's gonna. I think you'll see over 60% by the end of the year.
Well,
like,
so it was a little bit higher before, but it's early in the season, so that's kind of moving around. What I've heard about, so I think like pitchers are by far the worst at challenges, and so I think as the season goes along, you're gonna get some players get to challenge and some players don't get to challenge.
Yeah, so that's exactly what you saw at the AAA level. I didn't watch any of the lower games in person, but I know when I was watching there at Reno, there was certain players that were not allowed to challenge because they were nowhere good at it. But the catchers are by far the most accurate. The pitchers are the worst at it so far, and then and the batters have been pretty good.
Yeah, and it's interesting for the Tigers at least. So Dingler's very good at challenging. Seems like he has a very good visualization of the strike zone.
Yeah, well, and that makes sense. Like Dingler's he's an elite level catcher.
Yeah,
and,
he is. And like I think one of the games I was at, he challenged like I think he got like 5 of 6 or something like that. But the backup catcher Rogers, I don't know if I haven't seen him challenge. I'm sure he has, but he does not challenge at the rate Dingler does.
Yeah,
it's just kind of interesting. I mean, I don't know if that's a personal choice or what, but it is kind of interesting how just to see going forward, like maybe some people are gonna, people are really good at it. They get to challenge a lot, and maybe you tell your pitchers, let your catcher handle it.
Yeah, I think I think so too. And I was watching who were the I guess it would have been against the Rangers. Severino was pitching, and Wins was the backup was catching that day. And there was one they called outside, and Wins went to go challenge, and Severino shook him off. He said, "Nah, don't waste it. Don't waste it. And he was right. Like then they showed it, back up on the screen, and it was sure enough outside by not much, but Wins was getting ready to, and Severino was like, no. And usually that'd be opposite, where the pitcher's like, no, let's challenge that. And the catcher's like, nah, you don't want that. But it was.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah. So I can't find the page I was looking at this morning. But so the A's in particular, they were top 3. They're top 3 in the league on the batter challenges. And top 10 on catcher challenges. I don't know where I didn't look on pitchers, but yeah. So top 10 on the catcher challenges, top 3 batter challenges, and they're like a 62% rate on the batters. So I like to see that. That shows me that my guys know the zone, and Kurtz actually broke a franchise record, 16 straight games with a walk today. Broke Rickey Henderson's record from 1993.
Wow!
So that's elite territory. It's kind of a throwaway stat, but still 16 straight games with a walk, and he's got a 22 game on base streak at the moment. So big fella. The power is not really come to play yet this year. It's starting to get there, but that dude's a smart ball player. I can't say enough good things about like just how good of a ball player he is, aside from being just a freak talent, giant Amish motherfucker. But he's also a really smart ball player too. Like it's, I'm glad he's on the A's and I get to watch him regularly, because he is truly fun to watch.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think the power will come.
That it's
clearly there. Yeah.
And he's just getting everybody's best shit, and so he's having to adjust to that. But when you're the rookie of the year in a convincing fashion like that, they're going to come gunning for you. And he's still at like a 855 OPS, so he'll be fine.
He started a little slow last year too. So
yeah. But and the cool thing with him, he's striking out a lot more than he was last year. But that's because he's trying to hit the big boppers. But the guy still uses the whole field. He works the count. He's just a smart hitter. And we got a whole lineup. Carlos Cortez has really been coming on here lately too. He's one of the few, there's a lot of those guys that played in the World Baseball Classic that got off to a slow start in the MLB, but Cortez played well in the WBC and just carried right over into the regular season here. And he's some of the issues with the A's are, and it's all like pitching is still kind of a big question mark, but it's coming around. Like it's starting to look like, all right, we got a actual solution here on the pitching staff, but it's getting real crowded in the position players. Like we got more guys than we know what to do with. So I would not be surprised to see us move a few guys at the deadline and get some premier type arms.
Yeah, I mean consolidate a little bit, and definitely a nice middle, like a solid number 3 would do a ton of help.
For sure, because like Morales, I think that kid's gonna be dirty good, but he's young, flamethrower, have some control issues. They sent him back down pretty quick, but I like that too, because he had some success last year. He got roughed up a time or two, but there towards the end, he was really, you're seeing like, oh yeah, I see why we got this kid. Like he's legit. So hopefully he can right the ship back there at AAA and help us coming forward. But they're not afraid to call guys up and just throw them in the pen immediately give them some work out of the pen and see what they do. Jack Perkins closed out the game for us today. He's played some long 2-3 inning stuff out of the bullpen. JT Ginn started in the bullpen this year. Pretty well won himself a starter role, but he had left the game early with right arm soreness, and he had some injury shit last year too. So, like, all right, well, pull him early, get that shit fixed, because he's got a live arm. So I don't know. It'll be interesting, but Geloff is kind of making a resurgence. They're playing him in center field. He robbed a home run the other day, and the bat's coming around, and that guy can hit. He had a pretty standout year a couple of years ago. Last year was a little rough coming off of injury, but he's making himself relevant in center field now that with Denzel Clark on the IL. I'm like, okay, well, he swings a better bat than Denzel, and if he can play 80% of what Denzel does in center field, well, we got a better option. And that's no shade to Denzel. He's got to figure out the batting some more. But when you play that type of defense, you're still gonna get your spots there in center. But I don't know. It's kind of, I think it's good. It brings the level of competition up for the whole team.
Yeah, it's interesting. Try to work out what the optimal lineup is, because different guys having a good week or whatever.
Yeah. Well, and then you got to go. They still do the platoon type stuff, and but like today they went left right left right left right left right on their to start the. And so Rooker came off the IL. He was first game back today, and let me see what their starting lineup was. So disgusting. So it went Kurtz, Langoliers, Soderstrom, Rooker, Cortez, Wilson, McNeil, Butler, Hernandez.
That's brutal.
That's filthy. Absolutely filthy. When Butler's hitting 8 and deservedly so. Like that's a good spot for him at this point in the year, because he's a little bit of a slow start. But that dude, when he's very streaky, and when he gets hot, he gets really hot.
Yeah, and I mean, especially for that payroll, these almost everyone's homegrown. I mean,
pretty much. The only big money that they gave that wasn't homegrown was Severino and Rooker. But Rooker was...
Oh, yeah, I forget Rooker. But
Rooker was kind of on his way out of the league, and then had a resurgence here with us, and fuck, he hit 36 home runs last year.
Yeah. I forget. I always forget that he's not from...
Yeah.
He didn't come up with Oakland.
Because I forget who drafted him, but then he was with the Royals before he was with us. And
St. Louis?
I think maybe so, yeah. Yeah, but then I don't know. I like Rooker. I'm a big fan. And he's he plays enough defense, he can play corner outfield, and you're not going to expect a ton from him defensively, but he's serviceable, but he's a great DH. I don't know. It's an interesting lineup, and I don't envy Kotsay at times trying to figure out who to throw out there, because you almost got too many toys to play with. But
yeah, seriously,
it's a good problem to have, and I'll shed a few tears for the guys we send down the road to get some arms if that does happen. But be the same way I felt with Mason Miller. I hated to see him go, but it was the right move. Especially because that's another guy, Daryl Hernandez, that he's just been absolutely mashing at AA. There's no way he stays at AA the full season.
Yeah.
And
hard to keep him down.
No, and there's I would say not even such an outside chance that he makes the bigs this year. If he keeps performing the way that he has, you can't keep that talent like that hidden for too long. I mean, look at how McGonigal's doing. Look at Connor Griffin, Jacob Wilson.
I was just about to talk about McGonigal, but Rooker drafted by Twins, went to San Diego, then KC.
Okay, Twins. That's right. Well, I'm sure he's happy to be out of Minnesota, so that's fine. We covered the A's plenty in depth, so let's talk the Tigers, because I haven't watched them as much as I've wanted to this year.
All right, so I'm starting
not to skip a Scooble start, but
okay, so Scooble you got touched up a little bit, but that's all right.
You'll have that every now and then.
Yeah, I mean,
it shows that he's mortal.
Yeah, I mean, he's sitting at a 2.72 ERA. Like to come down a little bit, but it's early. Kind of did the same thing. He had a couple bad starts early in the year last year. Well,
he had
bad for Scooble.
Yeah, he had to run the gauntlet though. He had the Dodgers right off the bat, and
that was rough. But okay, so Torkelson's on a 5 home run streak right now,
and he was struggling to start the season, wasn't he?
Yeah, seriously. So that first home run on Tuesday was his first home run of the year, and then he's hit a home run in every game since.
Yep.
So he's kind of turning around. Riley Green started out real slow, but he's hitting 306 now. He's only got 3 home runs, but I think that will come around.
He's giving away all of his uncrustable secrets on the MLB in between innings. So he puts his uncrustables in the toaster, which I've not tried, but I'm gonna have to. That sounds delicious. But I'm a fan of Riley Green. He's a fun guy.
Yeah. Cole Key's still hitting. He's hitting 329. Not a ton of power. But
he's
I'll take
third
that
base.
any day. I mean, that depends on the day.
Yeah.
I mean, he's second base, third base, DH.
Utility guy.
Well, he kind of just gets moved around depending on where they're playing Baez, or if Glaber is in the field, or if he's DHing. That's kind of
how Cortez and Daryl Hernandez are for us. Hernandez is kind of the everywhere infielder, and Cortez is everywhere. Like he corner, outfield, center field, second base. But he throws right-handed when he plays infield, and he throws lefty when he plays outfield.
Yeah, and then we got like Baez will switch between short and center.
Javi Baez is fun to watch. That guy's always been fun to watch. But
yeah, I mean he's hitting 267. For second there, he's over 300. So he's
and somebody threw him a slider.
Yeah, well he's been laying off a bit.
That's good.
Yeah. We'll see how long it lasts.
Yeah. Those sliders always look so nice, though.
They do.
And then they're just way the fuck over there.
Yeah. Dingler's hitting the ball well and did great defense.
Has the ding dong taken off yet? I think it should.
Dude, I heard some random person at the game yell it.
Nice. I don't know if I coined the term "sody pop," but I know that I'm the first one that I've heard using it, because I started calling him Sody, and then he hit one. I was like, sody pop, and
nice.
And so now I heard Braden saying it the other day. So I don't know where it spawned from, but I know I was early on the train. Big Amish. I don't know who coined it, but I heard it from Lawrence Butler first, and it has stuck. And actually, we got the Big Amish bobblehead.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and the churn actually churns.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. It was freaking cool. We tried. We were the kids went and like scoured the stands when we were walking out to see if anybody left a bobblehead. But the kids all got one. Me and the wife got one, and so that was a fun. We lost the game, lost the series to the White Sox, but last year that would have been a miserable stat. But this year, like I said, the White Sox and the Rockies are both kind of halfway decent.
And went off on y'all.
Yeah, absolute gunshot is what that sounded like when he hit that one over center. And so we were in right center, right underneath the scoreboard. I was like right up on the fence, kind of. But yeah, we saw it. Some kid was like, "Get out!" I was like, "Oh, don't worry, that thing's not landing."
I was, the fence. I mean, yeah.
He just looked over my right shoulder. It's like, yeah, that's way out. That's way out. But no, I think how do you see the Central playing out? Cleveland's obviously pretty good.
Hang on. Sorry, real quick. I forget. I didn't get to talk about the best Tiger right now.
Oh yeah, go.
McGonigal.
Yes.
Absolutely fucking killing it. Hitting 333.
No
OPS
shit.
OPS at 963.
Fuck yeah.
He is currently leading the league in WAR for batters.
Nice. That's awesome.
And he's got 28 games under his belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did he go like 3 for 4 in his debut with 2 doubles?
I think he went 4 for 4.
Did he go 4 for 4? That's even better.
And then, I mean, he's hitting a ton of doubles. I mean, power was never really expected.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's at 11 doubles already. Couple triples to go along. But yeah, I mean, defense is not great, but it's serviceable.
Yeah.
And that, hopefully that comes along.
Well, you'd think a guy with that amount of raw athletic talent, he could, like, the defense will come as well, you'd think.
Yeah, and I mean, he's not playing his natural position.
Where did he normally play?
Shortstop.
Oh, okay. And so he's playing second?
He's playing third.
Third, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But I mean, I don't think that was ever, not necessarily touted for like as a defensive wizard or anything, but
right.
He's 22. I'm sure he'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that. I mean, he's certainly good enough to, keep him on the field at all costs. So
he's like Jacob Wilson, but with wheels.
Oh, he's fast.
Yeah, Jacob Wilson's not fast. Like he's like surprisingly slow, but he gets doubles.
Surprised.
Well, I mean, just even looking at him though, like I don't expect him to be fast, but like he's surprisingly slow. he's not fast, but he still somehow legs out doubles all the time. That dude's a wizard with the bat, though. I'm gonna have to start watching some more Tigers. I've been slacking on watching them lately.
I mean, honestly, like McGonigal's just every single at bat is great to watch. I mean, he has a great eye. And I think now he's even on bags and strikeouts. But for most of the season, he was quite a bit more walks than strikeouts. And I mean, I've seen like several like 10 pitch at bats from him that ends up in a hit.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's incredible because he's never even played at AAA.
Oh no shit! He just they jumped him straight from AA to the bigs, huh?
Yeah,
nice. Well, I mean, it worked out. So that's awesome. I love to see that. And then like Connor Griffin over in Pittsburgh's been been lightened. You know, he started hot, kind of came back down to earth, but his defense is excellent. And he was good enough where they actually paid some money to him. I think that's more to try to keep Paul Skeens around down the line. I don't know if
McGonigal a contract too, actually.
Did they?
Yeah, locked him up for 8 years.
Nice. I know the A's are trying to get Kurtz locked down, and it hasn't happened yet, but I think it will. I think it will. It seems like they're definitely moving in the right direction on that end of things. They're starting to spend a little bit of money, and I really think they want to have a good solid core locked down for long term by the time they move into Vegas, and they're well on their way. So they signed Sodi and Wilson in the offseason. They got Rooker long term, Butler long term. Now they need to get Cortez and Kurtz signed, and then I think they'll be good for a little while.
Oh, definitely with that core.
Especially
I think they might be willing to start spending some money once they get a real stadium.
Oh yeah,
or income.
Well, and then they're especially a stadium that's theirs, and they're not just sharing with everybody else. Like they only got the revenue from the baseball games at the Coliseum. Like any of the other events that were held there, the A's saw none of that revenue. I think that was the same way with the Raiders too. Like you only got the revenue for the games that you played. And now there in Vegas, they'll be able to have all sorts of shit there in the off season.
I was my hotel room overlooked the construction.
Nice. How's it looking?
Pretty good.
Nice. The Bay Area haters or the conspiracy theorists will be disappointed to hear that the stadium is getting built, but I still enjoy that you hear the "Let's Go Oakland" chants at every game, no matter where they're at. You hear "Let's Go Oakland," and I hope you always hear that, because I do feel bad for the Oakland fans, because they lost all of their teams, but it's also good to see some of them starting to come back to the A's too. I saw a lot, or overheard a lot of people at that game we went to that were like, yeah, we made the trip up from the Bay. I said, there was people, I swore I'd never watch them again, but God, I miss the A's, and then it's hard not to watch this fun young team. So
yeah. And I mean, what do you do? Switch to the Giants? I mean, that's
boo.
Yeah, you can't do
that. Nah, just roll with them. You can always say fuck John Fisher and just roll with the A's. They're a fun team. I don't even have a dog in the John Fisher fight, but I don't like him just because I feel like that as an A's fan, you can't like John Fisher. So I don't have any strong feeling one way or the other, but I'm gonna go with the team side and be like, fuck John Fisher. So
late last season, I saw some guy at a Tigers game. They're not playing the A's.
Yeah,
A's hat. They wrote "fuck John Fisher" on the side of it.
I'll ride with that, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna get all involved in the movement drama and the whether you're a true A's fan and all that. No, I'm gonna enjoy the team while it's here, and I'll. So far, Fisher's treated me pretty well, but I'm sure that'll change at some point, and I'll be more than happy to talk shit on him. I'm very much a free agent when it comes to how I spread the praise and the criticism around. If you deserve it, you will get criticized. That's I don't fall into the cult mentality when my team sucks. No, I'll rip them to shreds if they suck and if they're being stupid.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's what being a fan's all about. All right, well, let's get into the the standings because it's super early, but we have had some like the Yankees got out to a strong start. They haven't really slowed down. The Rays are hanging in there. I would expect them to come back down to earth a little bit, but I think they're probably like an 85, 88 win team.
Yeah, I mean they seem like they're maybe a little bit better than last year, and they always kind of seem to hang around.
Yeah, I always kind of slate them in at like right around 500 to start the year, and like I think they're a better team this year. Junior Caminero is a stud. That dude's an absolute stud.
Absolutely.
The Orioles, they're kind of just a what the fuck team. I don't know what to think about them. They're I was really high on them last year. But that was partially me not doing enough research into them, especially on the pitching side. I was looking more on the position player because they do have a pretty decent, lineup. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think about the Orioles.
Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to add here.
I just like if anybody asked me, I just be like. If they won 90 games, I wouldn't be surprised. And if they won 60 games, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know what to think about them. The Blue Jays, I think they'll definitely compete for the division. The Red Sox, I don't know. I kind of want to see I just want to see the wheels fall completely off the Red Sox.
I mean, it's trending that way.
It definitely is. We'll see how the shakeup in the staff helps, but I think it's a long season for Sox fans.
Yeah, you don't fire your manager, several
bench
coaches,
coach, hitting coach, all of it.
Yeah,
yeah. And also their roster construction's not particularly great either. So it's you get rid of the coaches, but you still got the players that you have.
Yeah.
So either way, I'm not sad about it. I don't. Only time I root for the Red Sox is when they're playing the Yankees, and now I don't really care. If they both lose, that's perfect. The Central. So you guys are all knotted up. Cleveland has the tiebreaker, it looks like.
Yeah.
Okay. But
we've lost a series to them already.
From where you guys started, you guys are sitting pretty okay. Pretty okay.
I'm fine. I think
compared to last year where you guys got off to such a hot start and then really cooled off and literally just had to drag yourselves into the playoffs. I would, for your sake, I'd rather see the slow start and then get back on track as opposed to hot start and then get the speed wobbles at the end.
Yeah. I'd like somewhere in between the last 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years ago, they had like a 0.3% chance, like a month ago.
And then had the miracle turnaround.
The exact opposite the next year. just have like a nice season where we just, win at like a regular pace.
Yeah. Like build to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. The Twins are in the middle of the pack. I would expect them to drop. I don't know about firmly in last place, but definitely competing with Chicago for last place in the division. And the Royals, they just can't score any runs.
No, they can't.
I don't know.
It's rough. I didn't check. I haven't checked today, but Bobby Witt hasn't hit a home run yet.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, let's look at that real quick. I was going to say, while we're looking that up, we need to catch a stadium at Kauffman before it goes under.
Oh yeah, yes, definitely.
That's got to be that's been on one of my bucket lists anyways, because Royals fans are awesome. That seems like such a fun stadium.
Yeah, let's try that one. That's a good idea.
Yes, he's got one home run.
Must have been today.
Must have been. So, but he's hitting 294 on base, a 368, a 790 OPS. It's a little low for Bobby Witt, but it's still well above the league average. But yeah,
he's also a great player, I think.
Yeah. It's just there's such an anemic offense always. I don't know why that is, but they've got guys that can hit, but they don't put up runs. And then they had some injuries on the pitching staff. So I don't know. I would expect the Royals to be in contention by the end of the season, but they're going to have to pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, they have a pretty good staff. So I think if they have
they got some pieces for sure. When you got Michael Garcia, Pasquantino, and then Witt, Salvi's still Salvi. He's getting old, but you could probably expect what 20, 25 home runs from him.
Maybe.
Yeah,
he's fading.
He is fading. So I think he don't have a lot of gas in the tank, but he's still a solid player. I don't know Caglione. That you got to think that guy's gonna produce eventually, but it's been a little slow.
It is, but the average is coming up.
Yeah, he's definitely looking much better, much improved this year. But it was also he had such a hot start, it was just raking at AAA, and we were all last year we were screaming, bring him up, and then just a dud when he did get up here. But it happens. It happens. It definitely does. So
that was fucking ass his first year.
Mm-hmm. So it'll come around, but yeah, like I said, it's slower than you'd like to see, but it'll come around. That's a freak talent, so it's bound to. And then the West, pretty wide open division. I love to see the Astros down here at the bottom, but the Rangers got a really good pitching staff. So you got Eovaldi, who shoved it right up our ass the first time we faced him. But then we got him back the second time. But Eovaldi, DeGrom, Mackenzie Gore, Jack Leiter, and Kumar Rocker. It's a pretty nasty starting rotation. Their bullpen's kind of but that's they're a pretty decent team. And with that pitching rotation, I think they'll hang around. They kind of had some tough luck last year, but the Mariners, same thing. They got an excellent starting five. They've got some good pieces, and they should be a good team. But they've really kind of struggled putting together to start.
Yeah, they're not hitting. So I think, like Julio is always slow starter.
Yeah,
gets a little warmer. He'll come on.
Cal, you just kind of schedule in a down year for him after the year that he had last year, the deep playoff run plus the World Baseball Classic. His legs are probably a little tired.
Yeah, you can't really expect last year out of him every year.
No, like if he regresses to 30 home runs, that's still a good year. You know, like that's
Yeah.
So 60 is just, I mean, that was one for the ages. You know, that's almost for certain not going to happen again. He's not as good as he is. He's not Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is capable of 60 every year. But it's still, he's only done it a couple times. So yeah, I would expect the Mariners. I think this is going to be the big three for the year, and I'm optimistically hoping that the Astros just suck. The Angels came back down to earth, but I think they're going to be feisty. We'll see how it plays out the rest of the year. But they're another team that's got some pieces that just I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, I say it every time about the Angels. Like, I just want to see Trout in the playoffs.
I do too. I want to see good baseball players in meaningful games, and at this point in his career, like, it's not going to be with anyone else. So let's get the Angels to the playoffs so we can see Trout in the playoffs. You know.
Yeah.
All right, flip over to the National League. The Braves look like the real deal. I've watched the Braves quite a bit this year, and they look really good.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you would have expected last year.
Yep.
You know, if not for some injuries, but they're off to a great start, and I don't think it's a fluke.
I don't think so either. Ozzie Albies is absolutely raking right now. Ronnie looks like Ronnie. Matt Olson still same Matt Olson. He's still pumping home runs. Pitching staff.
Yeah, Drake from last year.
Drake Baldwin is the truth. That dude is legit. Their pitching staff is excellent. The Braves, I don't think they surrender the lead in the East. I think they pounced out to a really hot start, got themselves a 6.5 game cushion already, and I don't think they slow down much.
Agreed.
I mean that may be not such a hot take, but I from what I've seen, I don't see many holes in that lineup, and that roster complete is pretty well complete. You know, like they could upgrade at shortstop maybe, but I don't know. I wouldn't fuck with it right now if I was them. The way they've been playing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they've been doing this great, and like Austin Riley's not really hitting.
No,
so you got one of your biggest bats.
Yeah.
Well, and honestly, like Acuna's not. I mean, it's a down year for Acuna, so like
right, like he still looks good, but he's not like not quite what you're expecting from Acuna.
Yeah.
So you expect him to turn it on at some point too. So like I think barring like a whole bunch of injuries, they only get better, I think.
Yeah.
But the Nationals are in third place in the division. I don't think that holds. I would expect the Phillies and the Mets to both get better, but I don't know. It's looking a little rough.
Yeah, I mean it's early in the season.
I saw that Wheeler's already off the. They already recalled Wheeler from the IL. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a big deal.
We'll see how that plays out. You know, coming off a big injury, we'll see how he bounces back. But that's a big addition if he's even close to what you expect from Wheeler, because that guy's a dog. And the Mets, I just don't know what the fuck on the Mets. They're just not good so far.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They got like the second biggest payroll or something like that.
Yeah.
They got a lot of good guys. No one's
hitting.
No one's hitting. No one's pitching.
Yeah, there's too much talent on that roster for them to to be in last place in the East. So I don't expect that to continue, but it's looking not good. Not good. The Central, though, is very interesting. That is a very interesting division. The Reds are a game ahead of the Cubs, who are a game ahead of the Pirates. They're a game and a half up on the Brewers and the Cardinals. Like,
and everyone's got a winning record.
Yeah. All got a winning record. Everybody except the Cardinals has a positive run differential. The Cubs got a plus 31 run differential. The Cincinnati Reds got a plus 1, and still, the A's have a negative run differential and a sole possession of first place. So that's going to be a fun division to watch this year, because the Pirates look like they're a legit pretty decent team, especially compared to where they were last year. They look okay. The Brewers, you got to expect them to come on a little bit more and be up here in this like first 2 slots in the division. But
I mean, that's where I expect them. But like seeing, I've watched a few Reds games this year. Like
Reds look good. Both the Cruzes, O'Neill Cruz and De La Cruz, are having themselves a year. I haven't followed Ellie much here this past week, but I know I saw. It seems like every time O'Neill Cruz hits a home run, it's over 110 mile an hour.
Man, yeah,
he hits it so fucking hard.
Yeah,
so hard. But yeah, I would expect the Brewers to move up some, but nobody's making it real easy for them. So I hope it stays knotted up like that for, if not the whole season, at least a good chunk of it, because it'll just be fun to watch. And then the West, the Dodgers haven't run away with it. The Padres are keeping pace, only a half game back. And then the D-backs look like a really fun team too. And the Rockies may beat out the Giants for that 4th spot at some point.
Love to see it.
I would too. The Giants don't look good. They got Brandon Webb and Robbie Ray, and pretty much that's it. I don't know what Devers has been doing this year, but I've not heard anything about the Giants so far this year, and that doesn't spell good for them.
No, I don't know. They keep trying to get free agents, and no one wants to go there.
It's a miserable place to hit unless you're Barry Bonds. I don't know. It's just, they can't get any good free agents. They have to take a flyer on Luis Arraez, and of course he's going to get on base. He's going to get you hits, but it's not a guy you build your team around. I don't know. They're I don't, as much as it pains me to say it, I don't think the Padres can keep pace with the Dodgers, but I hope they do.
Yeah, me too. But that pitching staff is not built to.
No, and they don't. That. They don't have the depth that the Dodgers have. They don't have the farm system that the Dodgers have, especially after they traded it all the way last year. And so they're going to have to stay healthy and just mash, because like their pitching staff's not going to be able to carry them. So they're gonna have to put up a lot of crooked numbers.
Yeah, I mean that offense is.
It's legit.
That, but they're going
to have healthy.
Yeah, that too, because the depth is not there.
No, they're the depth is not there, but it is a legit lineup. They can definitely put up some runs. I'm looking forward to where that's the next game I got up is in Petco. Watch A's and Padres towards the end of May. So that I've never been to Petco, and I've heard nothing but good things about Petco. So I'm stoked.
I've never been either. I'd love to go at some point.
It's consistently rated among the top stadium experiences. So I'm looking forward to it. And I've never been to San Diego in general, so I've heard good things about San Diego, and then Petco, like everybody that's been there just raves about it. So
I don't know. I was only in San Diego for like 36 hours freshman year with for
the Poinsettia Bowl.
Yeah.
The longest named bowl game in NCAA history, I think. I don't know if that's an actual stat, but it should be. It was the San Diego County Credit Union Poinsettia Bowl.
Oh, was it that the first year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the San Diego County Credit Union Poinsettia Bowl at Qualcomm Stadium. Wasn't that what it was, Qualcomm?
Yeah.
Yeah. They tore that down, didn't they?
I don't know.
I don't know what they'd use it for.
Well, it's game.
Yeah. No, I really do hope the Padres keep pace with them. I don't think there's a chance that they win the division, but the Padres are very dangerous in the postseason. So
yeah, it's been fun watching them the last couple of years.
Yeah, and they're the last team to bounce the Dodgers from the playoffs. So that's I looking across the National League. I think the Braves would be the other team that could knock them off, but I think the history would say that the Padres really have the best shot. Like if you go lineup versus lineup, I'd take the Braves, but if you dive deeper, I think
especially when you take the rivalry into consideration.
I think I'd be way more comfortable putting money on San Diego to take the series against the Dodgers than I would the Braves. I think the history would show, and then the rivalry, that those guys know each other so well that there's a lot of chirping, there's a lot of Manny Machado nonsense that goes on, and so I think I don't see the Braves getting in their head like the Padres do.
No.
So I do think. I think the NL winner comes from the West, whether it be the Padres or the Dodgers. I won't count the Braves out, but because they look really good. But I'm just, if it comes down to the postseason and it's Dodgers Padres, that's going to be the series to watch.
Oh, definitely.
Fantastic baseball will be played there, but I think we covered it all. We got any? I don't think there's any big injuries. There's a few coming off of injuries, but nothing real major that I can recall.
No, I mean there's kind of been a lot of injuries, but it doesn't seem like any of them are big. They're just kind of
Yeah, like the big one we already covered. A couple of weeks ago with Hunter Brown going down, but that's kind of been the biggest one that I've seen. Because Rooker's back, Soto's back. The Rockies broadcast said that Freeland is pretty much ready to come back. So I don't know. There's there'll be some big injuries at some point, but nothing really yet. So I think we covered it all.
Yep.
All right, cool. Well, we'll put this out tomorrow. Let's do a little, I guess, preview for posterity's sake. Let's see. So Mondays, we got a short slate tomorrow. We got Tampa at Cleveland. That'll be a good series. St. Louis at Pittsburgh is going to be a great series. Boston, Toronto, whatever. Seattle, Minnesota's kind of whatever. Angels, White Sox, meh. you can see Murakami hit a bomb, but other than that, not much to watch there. Yankees Rangers.
That probably be good.
I think so. I try not to root for the Yankees, but I'm gonna have to on this one. Help us pad that division lead. Cubs at the Padres. That's gonna be a good series. Marlins at the Dodgers. That could be fun too. So we got some good series kicking off. Tuesday we got Houston at Baltimore, Rockies at the Reds. That could be fun. Ooh, that's a stink fest. The Giants at the Phillies, gross.
Ugh.
The Nationals at the Mets, also gross. Arizona, Milwaukee, that'll be a fun series. The Royals come to town. Hopefully we can beat up on the Royals. Yeah, there's some fun series this week, so we'll have plenty to talk about. So, all right, we'll reconvene tomorrow night and have a new episode for you Tuesday morning. So, you got anything else, Jake?
Nothing here.
All right, cool. All right, on that note, move your ass. We're burning daylight.